Hello friends, I'm David Vose. Today is September the 18th, 2016. It's great to see everybody today. Please look on your screen and you are going to see this is an event with when Hillary Clinton came out and said, everything's fine, I'm fine. This is in North Carolina, Greensboro. I guess it was like the 15th. Now look at this, it's all fake. I had suspected it, but now look. This is proof. You see in all of the phones there. Look in the phone what they're capturing. That's not where these people that are all gathered, they're evidently, this is like a blue screen behind them and this is pasted in. She's doing this in some kind of a studio. There are no people there because she's so sick she can't handle the stress of actually having a crowd of people. So this is all set up. There's nothing on the screen. You don't see the flags in the background, and you don't see Hillary Clinton walk by here in just a moment. And then there's several shots. You might think, well, maybe, it's just an odd angle or something. But no, if you really take a look, here comes Hillary Clinton, and look in this on your left on that phone, and she doesn't walk by there. But even more conclusive, because perhaps he was looking, look at the guy there with the blue person on the screen. There is nobody in blue in front of him, anywhere near him. Okay? So, that is not these people that have their phones and they're showing whatever it is that is on that phone is not the event that they were actually at. They were superimposed. Now, also, I want you to look at this. Here's Hillary Clinton saying everything's fine. All right, she closes her book. She's getting ready to, end her speech. And she looks out and she's a-waving. There she is. Hi. Okay, of course, there's nobody there, friends. It's all fake. It's just a Hollywood studio where she doesn't get excited. And she's probably got, nurses standing by and doctors in case she faints. She's real slow. Now look behind her. Oh, she's waving. Because she didn't know what this was going to look like when the final thing came out. So she thought perhaps there'd be crowds of people behind her. But instead, it's just a flag. There's nobody there. There's just white and red stripes. It's all a big put on. But friends, even before I saw this, I knew that something was up about this. First of all, look. She had a complete, absolute collapse on 9/11. Totally collapsed. And if she wasn't unconscious, she had absolutely no motor skills. Her feet, her ankles collapsed completely. Her head started shaking and she was about to fall backwards. Now, we are told that she was collapsing due to the fact that she had pneumonia. Now, I hear a lot of people saying, well, you can recover from pneumonia in a little bit, maybe in a few days by the time that the debate comes along. Well, maybe. I don't know, though, if you're 68 years old. She's almost 70 years old, friends. I don't know if you can recover, though, in 2 hours. I don't even know if you can recover in a week, but, enough to get up there and do all this rigorous work. I don't know if a 68-year-old woman could do it if she had a cold. But this woman's supposed to have the flu, blood clots. She's got all kinds of things going on with her that we know. And somehow she's going to recover. But here's the thing. 2 hours after she completely collapses, she walks out of Chelsea's apartment smiling, walking around just as fine as anybody can be. And that, my friends, is impossible. This is set up. This is all set up. I don't know what they're trying to pull. I don't know what they're trying to do, friends. But this whole thing is set up. Because it is physically impossible to have pneumonia, to collapse under the illness, to be that far gone where you completely collapse, and 2 hours later be fine. That's physically and utterly impossible. And all these supposed doctors running around saying, oh, this and that, they should know that. they're covering up for her, or some of them are frightened. They don't want to come out and say, hey, you know, this can't be, this isn't possible. But here is proof, friends, that this scene where she comes out a few days later and says everything's fine and she's going to continue her campaign, you know, I don't know if this is even her, but I think it probably is, because you notice that she's dressed in some sort of big gown, like a tent, you know, not to, so you can't see her body, because she's got like some kind of tube coming out of her body probably, and a pouch to drain her kidneys, or who knows, Lord knows what, some kind of a ventilator or what is under that dress. But they don't want her to dress normally. They have to cover her in a big tent so that you don't know what's going on. And when I saw this event, even before I noticed all this, I noticed that she was shuffling herself out there very slowly. And she was not, you know, raising her voice in any way. She was moving very slow. So perhaps this is the real Clinton. And what I think is that the one that we saw coming out of Chelsea's apartment probably was a double. I really think it must have been, because it's impossible unless she never was sick. But in this situation here, I believe she does appear to be very, very sick. So, yeah, it's really confusing. You know, there's a lot of things that would make me think the entire thing is impossible and it's got to be fake. But on the other hand, we have medical records saying that she does have pneumonia and that we know that she's been to the hospital. So it's more likely to me that she's very sick. She really is very sick, and she did collapse on 9/11. It's very likely in that case that the person that we saw 2 hours later was not her, even though it really did look like her in a lot of ways, but there were some things that were off. But here's what I'm telling you. This particular event, I think on the 15th, where she stands up there and says everything's fine, it's not fine. They set this all up. It's fake. There's no crowd of people there in front of her, friends. Something's going on, and whatever's going on, I guarantee she's not going to be president under these circumstances. If she does get elected somehow and they cheat and get her in there, I mean, nobody's going to vote for her, not after this. So if she gets in there, it's going to be completely a fraud. And if she does get in there, she won't be able to continue her post as president. She'll have to step down, and then her vice president, Tim Kaine, is going to be president. So we should really look into him. They may have handpicked him already in case something happens to her. But this is really, really weird. I don't even know what's going on. There's so much going on here. In fact, friends, I think it's so strange that for the first time we're probably witnessing something that's real. She really is dying, and they don't know what to do, and they're in a panic. This may be destiny. Maybe Trump is supposed to be president. But if that's the case, wow, they're going to have a lot of things coming out of their sleeve to try and fix this. I mean, some really illegal, unconstitutional things might be going down, but the American people will win, friends. So I'm going to go ahead and close, guys. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you again tomorrow.